Twistzz. Twistzz interview. Twistzz on the Saudi bag. Twistzz on joining Falcons. Let's have a look. Twistzz, what is it? Play GG? Here.
Free tournament.
I saw only a 10-second clip on Twitter, and he said what a lot of other pros wouldn't say. Bruder.
Wins in a row and a 15-match winning streak. Life must be good in the face camp right now.
It's going pretty good. People are really happy. It's been that way since the game came out. Only happy faces in the practice room and good vibes. And yeah, I think this term it's going to be a real test to see where we're at as a team, if we're really number one, because other teams have had the chance to create new things or practice a lot more. And Vitality has a new player in their lineup, and we haven't seen them in a while. They could have been making some good stuff. Same with Complexity. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we keep this momentum up. But going off 3 tournament wins, we're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, because why have you and the team been so dominant in Counter-Strike 2 so far?
I just actually answered this in the previous interview, and ultimately people think it comes down to being nerdy and stuff, which is like partly true. Finding the good stuff fast. But I think it comes down to individual form a lot.
You already know that Robs is searching for CS2 bugs, glitches, run boosts, boosts every single day, sorting by newest on TikTok, for sure.
And I think people are just hitting good strides individually. Rain, really good performance in Sydney.
There's some hidden gems sometimes on the talk.
Really good performance at Thunderpick, and then Robs basically carried us in Shanghai just now. So yeah, I think very strong individual performances is what's bringing us so far at the moment.
You guys have managed to turn things around back from a tough period. Can you put some words on this ride and comeback, so to speak?
It's difficult to say. I mean, maybe a word I would use is like mysterious. It's kind of just like, it's still a wonder to me. What caused the spike, but at the end of the day, I think it can boil down to people just wanting the new game to come out. Like maybe I was one of the only ones that expressed it, at least publicly, that I was waiting for CS2 to come out, and it was hard to be creative in CSGO, knowing that all my lineups are going to change and everything, and you only have so much day-to-day, energy and brain power.
That is a $10,000 bracelet, by the way. Jesus.
And brain power.
Fan cleave or something.
And you have to think about, can I be doing something else that's
5K?
more productive?
Wait, only?
Finding a flash that's gone in 2 weeks. So.
Twistzz, if your bro just say so.
Yeah, I think the entire team has felt this way, and CS2 has unlocked that passion and creativity again.
Yeah, because CS2 is here, and has it lived up to your expectations and the hype?
Honestly, I've been playing a lot of CS2 the past week, and the game's feeling great. And I think it comes down to Valve making good updates recently. I'm not nerding out and checking is the tick movement working and everything. I'm kind of just playing the game, and if it feels different when I open it the next day, I'm like, cool, okay, I just play, I get used to it. So yeah, obviously I've been vocal on social media about certain things that should be updated. I said about the overpass, dipping point in Underground, they fixed it. Some clipping issues on Ancient, they fixed it, even though there's a lot more. But they just have to. That's probably, you always have to give Valve the benefit of the doubt, and that whatever they're trying to fix or update is not actually so easy. You can always think that why don't they just add Bob? It must be so easy, but there must be some errors around how shadows work, how models physically look, because it's a much more advanced engine.
Is that true though?
This movement. Could mess things up. What if your gun on your screen is not moving, and then it makes your model in game look fucked up or something? So it's just
But sometimes there is shit that is it's easy to fix, and they still don't. They leave it there for 2 weeks. Okay, this may sound acoustic if I say it, but at the beginning when CS2 came out, when you unboxed the gold, it was showed as a blue, the rarity, or purple or pink. The same as it did in CSGO for the esports winter case, the green one, when you unboxed the gold. And it was the case for every case in CS2. And they didn't fix that for 2 weeks. Every gold unboxed it was hella glitchy. Yeah, that was an actually easy fix, and and they still didn't do it.
Yeah.
It has no priority. You're trolling, right? Bro. Come on. It was like the most hot topic when the game came out.
I think the community and players need to give the benefit of the
It was
doubt.
unplayable at the beginning.
And for me personally, I've been really enjoying the game lately.
Have you been satisfied with how Valve has handling this since CS2 came out?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone can agree that they jumped the gun to release the game. But you could also say, was there ever a good time to release the game? Because tournaments are always happening. CS is always happening. Even if we're like winter break, there's probably some CCT event that is going on. So no matter what, like you do something, it's gonna affect people. And I think releasing the game in the point that they did was actually needed, because you don't know if like they added everything, community maps and stuff, they made the game polished, but then they still release it and there's still things that are like mess up, you know, clipping points or movement bugs or whatever. You know, this is something that needs to be solved by, that can only be solved by the entire community playing the game.
You mentioned earlier that you're not that nerdy about the CS2, but I think that's one thing you can say about Robs. He is. Is that the reason why he's so good in CS2?
I mean, you have to define like nerdy. So I just define nerdy as like checking like, you know, game frame time movements and stuff, of the mechanics, like what's going on with that. I think all of us are equally as nerdy when it comes to finding and discovering stuff. I cannot leave anyone out, because everyone does their part in finding plays. So yeah, but Robs is definitely a nerd when it comes to that stuff.
Does he share some of the tips and tricks, and does he hold it for himself?
What?
I mean, we're all helping each other find
This guy
new
is
stuff,
bugging.
right? When there's a smoke or whatever, or flash, or like,
What are these
oh, it's like good
questions?
to break the smoke at this time. It's always like shared. I would not hide anything.
Not trying to break the ice?
You know, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. Like, I just find a smoke, and then 5 seconds later, I'm like, oh, Finn, I can throw this smoke for you. So it's just like, that's the only way you can progress really as a team. If you're hiding your stuff for yourself, then that's a pretty selfish move, not gonna lie.
You have won nearly everything with FaZe, a major, a Grand Slam and more. What is your motivation for the future?
Honestly, I just want to keep growing and advancing as a player. I think there's qualities of me that, you know, are still there to be unlocked. It's just about, you know, the right time. And yeah, that's all I can really do, right? And of course, I feel like this Grand Slam stuff is really cool. It'd be pretty awesome to win a third one. So there's always motivation of just winning general tournaments, if that's going to be the big goal.
You reportedly turned down an offer from Falcons earlier this season. Is that true?
I mean, I guess
Here comes the bombshell.
I can say that publicly. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really an offer. They just contacted me, and I turned it down fast, because, you know, if it was about the money, then obviously, if I wanted the bag and I didn't care about my career, then, you know, I would go to Falcons. But yeah, I do care about my career. I have morals.
No front. Oh, by the bro, I feel like that.
Morals, and it's not about the money. The Falcons, but yeah, I do care about my career. I have morals, and it's not about
Close some doors there. Oh man.
the money.
Yeah.
Can you try to put some more words on why you declined that move?
Well, I can just put in perspective for the whole community. You go to Falcons, you have no partner spots, you have to qualify for everything, which is like, you could say, the privilege that these partner teams have. But it's also an important state, because, you know, these big events make a big difference when it comes to the Valve ranking. And obviously in 2025, that's going to be the main leaderboard. So yeah, but mainly for me, it's like morals. Money is not like the incentive for me. And yeah, I mean, you could say whatever you want, but I just don't want to be affiliated with that stuff at all.
Yeah, because what is your take on Falcons and Saudi's involvement in Counter-Strike?
Now he's digging.
I wouldn't answer this question. Yeah.
But you don't think you have the morals right if you go to Falcons? In your
Oh no! Now he's digging in.
opinion?
In my opinion, yeah, but everyone has their own morals and what they consider ethical, right? And for me, that move is, I cannot imagine this move ever. Like, I cannot even like talking to you about it and thinking about it. I cannot like picturing that. It's not good for me.
What do you think if there will be a future that that Saudi gets more and more teams in top of CS:GO or Counter-Strike?
I mean, if you mean Saudi orgs, I think Saudi involvement is inevitable at this point. I mean, you see it everywhere now in sports and esports. So if it's happening, it's happening. Other than that, not much to say.
I want to touch a bit about Neo because he's been revealed as a permanent coach. Was that a no-brainer in your opinion?
Honestly, when I saw that post, I was like confused because I thought he was already a permanent coach. So yeah, it was a bit funny to see the Twitter post, but I, for sure, without a doubt, the guys love him. I think he's super cool. I mean, Neo overappreciated. I feel like he should be overappreciated because he deserves his flowers for sure. But yeah, he's great. He fits the team, and I think he's a good addition.
Thank you so much, Twistzz. Thank you so much.